So what were the changes that happened during those years? So there were a lot of disruptions that happened. So the previous discussions we had, we talked about industry 4.2, we are talking about connected enterprise, but why do we need it? Because that is the need of the hour. But the problem or the biggest challenge that we are facing right now is embracing that change. We are still on the verge of saying that, okay, I will continue with my current methodology and keep on moving. So how do we actually go ahead and do about that? So in the same way, apart from manufacturing, in the same way, even the business models are changing, from a conventional asset-based or a perpetual kind of a model, we are moving into more service-oriented models like PaaS and SaaS models, or, the revolutionary business model which Rolls-Royce has adopted, that is power by the hour, that pay as you need kind of thing, is also enabling a lot of changes and also opening up a different set of market altogether. Now this is where we at Autodesk, or providers of software or technology enabled, come into picture to make sure that you are ready and you are able to cater to the current needs. So all these disruptions, so what we have observed is all these disruptions are leading to a lot of changes in different platforms. So say for example, the means of production are changing right now. So when I say production, it could be manufacturing, it could be design, it could be anything. So now the design is much more collaborative. Offices spread across your complicated challenges which the industry faces by a new set of manufacturing capabilities, that is on the additive manufacturing. And some of the companies who are into maintenance, they are actually clubbing both the conventional, that is your subtractive machining, as well as additive machining, to make sure that they are able to do a lot and reduce their overall cost. And trendsetters like Tesla and Elon Musk, who are actually building new age set of technologies which can actually help not only in terms of the cost but also in terms of reducing the carbon footprint in the world. So this is one example of a factory where they have set up the factory which will be functional in 2020. It is in the midst of Nevada desert and it is completely solar powered. So 100% of their energy need is fulfilled by the solar energy itself. Similarly, now product intelligence is also changing. All these technologies, everything is now sensor based. Either it could be your machines, your cars, your phones, you have a lot of social media, a lot of applications which lets you connect with various facilities, various operations, various ways, or to the entire world itself. So how can I leverage this data and use it to my advantage? And with the explosion of cloud, we have a huge pool of data that is available, but as Mr. Suresh said, he rightly said that it is scattered, nobody knows how to use it. So now this is also leading to a new kind of revolution, that is big data or data science or data analytics, which can help especially in the design and the manufacturing stage in terms of predictive analytics or preventive maintenance as well. And finally, the industry is also changing because the customer demands are changing. So now it is a need where people require a lot of customized or a personalized touch to their products. One such example is plastics has this chemical called as BPA, which is quite harmful. So before any of the FDAs or the health federations could issue any kind of a warning, the public outcry itself forced the manufacturers to come up with a BPA free plastic products as well. So that is the power of the customers or the market as well. So now, all these things or the current product life cycle is pretty linear in nature. It starts with concept, then you go into design, then produce, sell it, operate and retire. That is we are following right now. So what it leads to is a fixed product value. So you are not growing up, you are not scaling up, you are not personalizing your components. So that is where we are helping with technologies to personalize or customize your design needs, to make sure that you are able to collaborate not only internal to your organization but across the world. Make use of the new trend of manufacturing, both conventional as well as the new age kind of manufacturing. Use the customer feedback services that we get from lot of different sensors and the use of IoT and other things. Use those feedback mechanisms to better or improve our products, and have or provide a completely connected services on top of your existing, which leads to you adding up more services for your current products, leading to more or increased lifetime value. So in turn helping in the entire agile product development for you. So in this process, once again, as software enablers or design enablers, so what we did was we did a research and found out that what are all some of the challenges that the industry is facing, especially in terms of design technologies regarding its adoption. So couple of them were most of these solutions are very, very costly. So if you want to grow industries, you have to grow, or you have to start from the grassroots level. You have to build your VSCs, that is very small enterprises, your MSME industries, then your enterprise industries. So all the big names of this thing, we can cater to the big enterprises and the big industries. But what about the VSCs and the MSME industries? So how can we as a software enabler facilitate them in the vision of any of the technological advances? Other things where technology is not connected always, I cannot access it anywhere, all design works in a silo, you are actually living in a silo and you are working. So how can I expand that reach and make sure that I can work anywhere, access anywhere and connect anywhere? The technology is very, very difficult. We already have a huge lag in terms of skills. Now if you are going to have technologies which are very, very difficult to use and difficult to implement, there is absolutely no use, it will not go anywhere. So how can we actually make tools and technologies very simple, very accessible and very usable in nature? So these are some of the things that we gathered from the industry, and with this in mind, Autodesk introduced a new technology this year called as Fusion, which is a cloud-enabled design platform. So once again, it is not a software. I specifically mentioned the word platform. It is a design platform which help in design. It will help in the manufacturing process, as well as connecting and collaboration across business processes and industries. So when I say design, it provides or it integrates the multiple disciplines of design within a single platform. So conventionally, if I have to talk in a proper designer's lingo, when I start a concept, I do it in a piece of paper, then I bring it into my 2D documentation tool where I create the 2D model, create a 3D model. So now the 2D and the 3D is entirely different. They don't talk to each other. Both are entirely different software. Similarly, I go to a simulation tool to validate it. once again there is no connectivity. I have to once again take a model from a different platform to another platform. So there is a lot of hurdles, there is a lot of translation required, there is a lot of issues in terms of cost of ownership, in terms of knowledge of the technology, in terms of resources available. So that is where we introduce this platform called as Fusion, which is a single platform to cater to all your product design needs, right from the concept to your engineering, to your fabrication, validation, your simulation, rendering, animation, as well as your data management as well. It also will help you in terms of your industrial additive process, either the conventional, that is the CAM, or the new age, that is your 3D printing, and finally also help in a connected services where we are working in terms of incorporating IoT to do a predictive analytics tool as well. So basically, as I was saying, this is a tool right from your concept to commissioning stage. It can help you, so you are not going to change your platform for any of your needs, any of your design needs, and within a single platform will help you and enable you to actually go ahead and complete your entire product life cycle. So who could be the users of this? The users could be anybody from a concept modeler to a designer, into reverse engineering, people who do validation, who are in manufacturing, for CAM, people who are into 3D printing, documentation, and many more as well. So what we have done at the start of the year is we are talking to a lot of different state organizations, and we have signed up a MOU with Government of Maharashtra as a part of Make in India movement, and we are providing certain schemes and making Fusion 360 available for all the MSME sectors of Government of Maharashtra. So it was signed off somewhere in March, and we started rolling out 2 months back. So right now we have around 1,000 customers who have started using Fusion. So I was very happy that when you during the course of the presentation you are also seriously thinking about the Make in Telangana movement. So we would also be happy to be a part of that entire ecosystem as well. So you could always approach us and we can work together to make sure we can also be a part of the bigger dream. So they can actually access and get the product directly from maharashtraonline.com as well. So yeah, once again just closing remarks, as initially I stressed upon, if you have to be ahead in the game, you would have to embrace technology, and this is where these kind of technologies, which are not only accessible but also caters to the current needs of this generation, can help you in terms of achieving your dream. Thank you.